Good morning, everyone. If you are unable to hear me or you have problems hearing me, please just let me know. I will go ahead and introduce myself, and then we'll go ahead and go into the presentation. My name is Michelle Alahari Anderson. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I've been a Reiki practitioner now for over 10 years and spiritual wellness coach for over 10 years as well. And I've been in the healthcare industry for over 20 years. So I've seen a lot from emergency rooms on up to alternative resolutions. It's been a great experience, and I'm very passionate about our community, clients, people from all walks of life. So this is my love and my passion. So with that said, today's topic is on building and maintaining a healthy immune system. So some of these stressors you may have seen before, but it does go a little deeper, and that's what we'll do in this presentation. Not only look at the surface of the stressors that we'll talk about, but how they go to a deep level and affect you physically. So the immune system stressors, sugar. Sugar, there's 100 reasons why not to actually eat sugar. The body creates natural sugar on its own anyway. When we add additional sugars, we stress our bodies. It weakens our immune system. We become irritable. We crash from that sugar crush. We may feel good for that moment, but it's only temporary because our body is trying to rebalance again. And that's what our body is constantly doing. It's seeking balance. And when we put things in our bodies that our body does not recognize, it's when there's havoc that's going on. So there's constantly, and we're doing it all day long, seeking that equilibrium in our body. So sugar is number one. The second one is heavy meats. If you're consuming too many meats, the digestive system has to break that down. And it can take a long time to break down heavy meats. You have constant meat eaters. There's nothing wrong with getting your protein and your meats in, but you want to do everything in moderation. Moderation brings about balance. So decreasing the meat intake and picking up more vegetables, more berries, and it's a process, but it definitely can be done. So heavy meats. The next one is dairy products. Dairy products creates mucus. So when mucus is in the body, it will clump up. Just like how you're looking at your ice cream, your milk, if it sours, the eggs, how they look. Looking at your food can tell you what it's going to do inside your body. So mucus can get around your organs and wrap around the organs. It can slow the function of your major systems because that's what mucus does. It sits and it clumps. So when people say, I don't understand why I'm constipated and I just had ice cream or I just had cheese, you're constipated because you've slowed down the digestive process. So the body needs to move in ease, and mucus and dairy products prevents it from moving in ease the way it should. So again, the stresses for those three is irritability, lack of energy, and minimal nutritional value. And I can touch a little bit on that a little bit further down in the presentation. But for every food you eat, there's a reason you're eating that food. Whether you're angry, whether you're sad, depressed, lonely, the food you grab, you're actually communicating with your food. It's a communication. You've built a relationship. So if a relationship is not working well for you and it brings about discomfort, then you have to change that relationship. And sometimes you can't quickly cut it off, but you can work on pulling away, pulling away, pulling away. Because every time you create good relationships in your life, you confirm to yourself every day that I love me. I love me better today than I did yesterday. So this is ongoing, but it's a beautiful process building your immune system at a deeper level. Next slide, please. Okay, the next one is TV, social media. When it comes to entertainment and social media, there's nothing like a good movie. There's nothing like interacting with your family, your friends, with everything that's going on. It's definitely has its benefits and its pluses. Even us now, we're able to communicate, exchange information, build good conversations. So it's definitely a positive. It only becomes disruptive if it's done on a regular basis, or it's all day long, or it's too much. So monitor your TV and social media, because that can be time spent with yourself or your family or your friends. Because when you start getting into TV, social media, all the things that's going on, then you're talking about brain health. And maybe we can look further in that during the presentation as well. We want healthy brain flow. We want the oxygen going to our brain, the blood moving. We want to be sharp. We want to remember. We want to feel in our 90s. We want to feel like we're still 20s and 30s. And there are a lot of elders in the community that do. So let's just be mindful, I would say, and just monitor. Enjoy it, but monitor it as well. The next one is lack of exercise. We always hear we need to exercise and move our body. So this is a given one here. Moving your body, you're communicating with your body every time you move your body. Every time you take a breath in and a breath out, you're communicating with your body. You're allowing your organs to perform at their highest, at their peak. So when we say, oh, I don't feel good, oh, I can't get up, oh, this hurts or that hurts. Well, we have to pay attention to this beautiful body we have. And when we have to move it around, we have to feed it what it needs to. We have to take it for a walk. That's building an intimate relationship with you. And then as you go on the journey, you'll notice you don't have those aches and pains. You're not tired anymore. You just wake up in the morning and you're like, yes, I'm ready. What are we going to do now? So really being mindful of, again, making sure we're getting off the couch. Because that stagnant energy just stuck there. And then when you sit there for too long, it sits in your bodies and your joints and your organs. And then when you get up, you're like, ouch, this hurts. Well, you haven't fed that joint or that bone any energy and kind of heat it up so it can function and move properly. So that's very important stressor when building and maintaining your immune system. Next slide, please. Stress. Okay, so stress, there's healthy stress and there's unhealthy stress. Healthy stress, for example, is right now we're at work. Some of us at work, we're working online and there's a deadline. And you're like, oh, I got to get this deadline. You're thinking about this, you're kind of running around depending on your personality, whether you're showing it inside, or outside. And then eventually you get the assignment or deadline. It's done. You've met it. And you feel great. You feel relieved. That's healthy stress. Your body is built. Our bodies are built and to create that when there's something that's going on that we need to take care of, it's supposed to do that. If it's heightened our senses, it's going to be like, okay, yes, what do we need to do? But if your body is constantly, our bodies are constantly at a high stress level, whether it's worry, fear, anxiety, then it goes over into depression, and then it starts affecting us physically. That's unhealthy because it's not making our body strong. So then the question would be, so how can I not, how can I prevent or begin to eliminate unhealthy stress? So everybody's stress level is different, and everybody's situation is different, and everybody's journey is different. But what I've observed over the many years, other than the other stressors that we talked about prior, is forgiveness. Deep breathing and forgiveness. Because you're not holding anything in. You're letting things flow through your body freely. Because if you hold it in, you have, again, stagnant energy that's not moving. The parts of your body that's supposed to work as needed, like the healthy stress, it won't be able to function properly. It'll be working in the unhealthy stress mode. So forgiveness, forgiveness, and more forgiveness. Not only to yourself, but to others. Because where there's an abundance of forgiveness, there's freedom, there's healthy, you're peaceful. And that's a process, yet it can be obtained. That I know for sure. Are there any questions so far? I know I jumped right in. Okay, so we'll go ahead. No question. Okay, thank you. So again, the stressors of stress and forgiveness, a constant state of stress and unresolved emotions create an imbalance in proper blood flow. Because when your heart is broken, you have heart pains. When someone doesn't allow you to speak your true voice, or you prevent yourself from speaking your true voice, you have thyroid issues. When you don't want to see what you need to see and you want to close your eyes, then your vision begins to change. When you don't follow the gut instinct in you and something's telling you to do it, but you don't do it, then you have gut issues. So it keeps going and going and going. So yes, next slide, thank you. Elderberry. So elderberry, the beautiful, powerful elderberry, when strengthening our immune system and putting in beautiful herbs, elderberry is very high in antioxidants. Even if you feel like your immune system is, I feel like something's not quite right, get you a good, whether it's a tea of elderberry, some liquid elderberry, and it's going to work in just such a profound way. So it's high in antioxidants, and it strengthens your immune systems. And when I say antioxidants, you want everything that go into your body to work at a cellular level, not just on the surface. You want it to go deep down, because when our cells are healthy and well, our body is functioning at such a high peak. And some of us don't know how that feels, because the antioxidants, we're not taking in enough for our cells to rejuvenate, because they continue to rejuvenate. They continue to grow and expand. So when they begin to grow and rejuvenate, we want to make sure when that happens that the antioxidants in there are like making our cells healthy, making us strong and feeling good. So that's the powerful elderberry. Yes. Next slide, please. Ginger. Oh, this is one of my favorite. I love ginger. I think a lot of people love ginger. I'm drinking ginger tea now, ginger and moringa tea. It's awesome. So ginger is good for digestion and inflammation. So if you have any issues or challenges, which most of them are coming from your gut, your stomach, what you're putting in. Because when you take things in your body, whatever you eat, it's got to go through the breakdown process. And then when it gets into your gut, it has to figure out first, what is this? What is this right here? It has to recognize it. Then it sorts it where it needs to go. It's going to pull any minerals, vitamins, any whatever nutritional value the body knows it needs to pull from that. But a lot of things that what we eat don't have any nutritional value. So ginger is going to go in and kind of make sense of this situation. It's kind of going to help turn our gut, and help them to figure out, what is this? And ginger say, okay, I'll help you to digest this the best way we know how. Even though it may not be, good what I just ate, but ginger's going to help you. Ginger can be your best friend, especially when you got the tummy ache, you're nauseated, you just don't feel good. But I can say this, and I think everyone will agree, when your stomach and your gut feels good, you feel good. When it's great, you feel great. It's just that simple. So ginger, I think everyone should have it in their home. We should be growing it. It's just such a beautiful, powerful herb. So yes, keep ginger in your home. Next slide, please. Turmeric. To continue, of course, to stay on the path of building that healthy immune system with turmeric. So turmeric, I know a lot of people hear about turmeric. It's high in antioxidants as well, and it helps with inflammation. So the reason why you should take turmeric is because anytime there's inflammation in your body is communicating with you that, okay, I'm in overload right now. You need to do something. Sometimes we ignore that ache or that pain, but it's just your body communicating, because wherever there's inflammation, that can turn into something else that's more challenging. Outside of you just hurting, or, I can't move, or the ache in my knee, my back, my neck. It needs to be addressed and calmed and balanced. So turmeric goes in, again, on that cellular level. It addresses what's going on with the inflammation, calms everything down, basically puts the fire out so you can begin to function and move the way you should. Because if you have inflammation in one part of your body, you think it's just one part of your body, but it's affecting your whole body. For example, if you have knee pain, you're going to gravitate to the other side eventually. And then your body's you're going to start feeling it on the other side of your body, because you're weighing more on the side that's hurting. So you're working the other side harder because you can't use this side. So it's like a domino effect. So keeping turmeric and keeping the inflammation down in our bodies will help in keeping our immune system healthy and strong as well. Next slide. Thank you. Irish moss and moringa. So the picture here is moringa. You will hear, and we've been hearing for a while, for the immune system and all the challenges that are going on, you need to have, most people do an elderberry, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, black seed oil, Irish moss. Some clients want to know, they want to do everything just herbs. So what herb is going to give me that vitamin C, that high vitamin C? It's moringa. Moringa, such a beautiful plant. It's high in vitamin C. It's high in minerals and amino acids, which is going to keep your muscles strong, keep you strong. It's a really, really beautiful, powerful herb, especially when you want to maintain and continue to build that immune system. And as far as Irish moss has over 92 minerals. And we've been taught for so long that you need your vitamins, when in actuality, your minerals are very important. They've been left out. And so now we're catching up and realizing that we do need minerals. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, all of these work together. There's nothing separate. That's how the body moves. That's why it's so beautiful. That's why we get up. We take for granted walking. We can see, we can hear, but everything is synchronized and moving together. Irish moss also helps remove mucus. And I can talk on and on about mucus and how it can really shut your body down. Just the dairy, the sugar, how it will come in and wreak so much havoc on your body, because literally it's freezing up your body. It's freezing up your organs. Nothing is moving. And every time you try to, and once it gets in your system, it takes time to push it all out, to get it all out. And that could just been years of not knowing. So that's why these platforms are in place, so we can learn and grow together. Irish moss also is good for antibacterial and antiviral, because if it's pushing mucus out your body and it's giving you those 92 plus minerals, what could possibly reside in your body that's not good? You pushing out the things and you adding in those minerals and pushing out things that's slowing your body functions. Again, very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. So yes, next slide. Okay, I'm at the end already. So I just want to first see if anyone have any questions or comments or would like to share anything. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I have one question. Let's see here. And I will read it so everyone will know. If you know that there is an abundance of sugar in your diet, is there anything you can take or drink? Yes, you can. You can detox. You can do like burdock. So you understand, when they say sugar, when you're taking a lot of sugar, where do you think the sugar is going? It sets in your blood. So sugar turns to like diabetes, that kind of thing. So burdock, beets. So if you've been taking it a lot, you can rebuild and cleanse your blood. Burdock cleanses your blood. You have beets. That's good to incorporate in your diet to re-strengthen your blood. And then over time, just be mindful of what you're taking in a way that what you normally grab, what are you going to replace for that? Or are you going to do a salad, or are you going to do grab some nuts, walnuts or almonds, Brazil nuts? Are you going to get that apple? Or are you going to get some berries? Because your body is already has a natural sugar. It's that brilliant. The sugar is too much. The body don't know what to do with it. So it's settling in your bloodstream. So yes, that's a huge topic, sugar. But I hope that answered your question. Are there any other questions or?
Okay, so if there are no more questions, this will conclude our program. We want to thank Miss Michelle Alahiri Anderson for coming in and giving us so much great information. And at this time, this concludes our program. Thank you guys and have a great day.